Hello, I'm just going over some of my AtM100 games to maybe show what a top player might be thinking about mid-game. Stuff like I'm at least what I'm thinking about, what I might be doing. Thought processes, decision making, mistakes I might be making, things I could maybe have done better. Just at least this might be educational, might be just for entertainment. I don't know. The first game we're looking at is my second game of Dawn. Going into it, I was a bit shaky because I haven't played Dawn in like over half a year, so I wasn't exactly fully confident on how hyping Hood would feel like, and just like playing him would feel like. Typically, though, I know that he dislikes melee gameplay, and I am pretty comfortable with Hood melee. And he also struggles to macro things, and you can really take advantage of that. Typically, I would just recommend playing full macro game against him. I think I did less of that the first game and more of that in the second game. Yeah, we'll see. As you see, at the start I'm just kind of chasing him, push him to the side there. Do land a confused, but I get hit by a focus kunai. Here I delay my moon until he is all the way to the wall. I get the vanish out of it, being under him with the wides. Just macro and kunais, I'm able to catch him while he's being a bit too spammy with his slowdowns. So he gets caught by the basic with the moon. I land the Paris. So he's has to vanish, or at least feels the need to. I do get caught on that basic. Oh, this gives -10. Okay. Wish I was only -5. It's a bit greedy positioning by me. I just felt confident in the moment. And I wanted to macro his next basic, I think, which makes me walk into his old one. I could have moved backwards, but there's also the wide there, which also makes it a bit scary, so this is just a really greedy but risky play. Not really necessary, but I was feeling confident at that moment. Land another confuse. I'm pretty sure he moves up into my debuff because I'm throwing the basic under him. So this basic is going under him, and then he's going up, which leads him into my debuff. And now I can just really keep the pressure on him. There, I'm just cycling back to para. I clock there just because I just want to chase him. I don't really care. That is something I will do a lot. I just clock for space. I'm just layering basics to get kind of close to him. Just macro and everything. Not really much. I do land another confusion. And because of that, I push a bit closer. Kind of waiting for him to move in a spot I like, so I can then push on him. Just want to see that again. Yeah. I land mini as well. And then I moon when he does a slowdown. So he has to really have to deal with this moon now. And he vanishes in response. I clock just both, because I think he might run into me. And it's also just good for, I get all the space now. He's either going to run over here and he'll have to deal with my wides and possible next moon. If he runs into clock, he has to deal with possible debuffs. Without kunais, it can be difficult for Hood to dodge the debuffs in clock. With debuffs, you can very safely dodge them. Which is why, because he doesn't have kunais, he gets parried. And also just clocking stalls the walls. They are getting closer, he is parried and slowed. He gets hit by the wide. Maybe focusing a bit too much on the basic coming in. There, it's just, I'm just clocking there for space, just to keep that trap going. Not really to clock him. And it's also possible he might just make a mistake because of it. I do get Death Toll, which is it's honestly a good spot for Death Toll. Did not land that slow, which I would have liked. Feels the need to banish. And then, because I'm just confident in melee, he's in the corner, I'm able to get him. just again the same kind of rump start where I can just push him to the wall. It's very common for Dawn to do. Oh, yeah. This is also kind of good. So he's got a few duos, but it doesn't matter. I am throwing a basic up there, so it's going to be hard for him to cross left from the moon. I'm under him, so he would also need to be going counterclockwise of my wides. I shoot another basic to even funnel him even more from being able to escape my moon. So he is trapped up top right. I'm trying to get into a more optimal range for my wides. And I'm able to get another moon while he's at the top of the screen, which means he has to go down to try and leave it. And he ends up getting trapped. He did have Vanish though. I'm just macroing stuff, playing a bit more cautious while I don't have clock up. Just waiting for the cooldown to come back. He's just shooting basics at me. I will just let him do that. I'm the one that benefits from the stall, so I'll take that. There, I tried to catch him with his Vanish, like the later half of it, so I could clock him. I don't. High ping makes it difficult, but I think even if this was lower ping, it would have missed it anyway. How did I get this hit though? Ah. He just got caught in his own slowdown for the basic. The pretty close range wides. Mostly macro with some micro. Again, I tried to catch the Vanish with the para this time. I don't think I was tracking the para tick timing though. Because yeah, I send out the clock right as it ends. As like the last tick, so you can easily escape. He does walk into my clock though, of the para tick, so I'm able to get 2 debuffs from 3 debuffs even. And this is really good for me at this point, because the walls are closing in. And he stays out a bit too long on the right side of the screen here with all of these debuffs and Moon coming down. You have to be really careful of using too many basics as Hood, because you will just get caught from your slowdowns. And he gets kind of pseudo checkmated by the Toxic. There was like a small gap. I get caught on my macroing. Misjudged the spacing. There I'm just clocking for space, getting rid of his aggression. Have to micro that kunai. That range. There I see a moment to walk into him. What is the reason I notice it? Yeah. Was it the what? Did he cast wides? Yeah, he casts wides. So he cannot cast basic, I can just rush him. And my moon makes it even easier for me to kate there. Force the melee wides. I clock just for aggression, it's the space, possible debuffs, not to clock again. And now I just need to get him off that wall, which I can, and that is the game. So yeah, he'd be a pretty good showing of the Hood matchup for Arc, I would say. Most of it was me, I was doing a lot of macroing of the kunai because I was a bit scared of focus kunai, because they were catching me a lot in the previous game. I was a bit afraid of that going into that. And the next game we have me and Rem. This is again the last game between us. I'm very comfortable with dodging both melees and diamonds from Sun, and Rem is aware of that. I'm playing. Oh, yeah, I'll go back. The reason I'm playing Hood is because I find Hood very comfortable into Sun. Hood has cheater speed when it comes to both dodging diamonds and melee. It's a lot harder to be punished for stuff. And it's just also the matchup I've practiced a lot against Sun recently, the past few months. And I also think it is easily hood favored. Yeah. I typically do like just be in melee, get some kunais going under start. Also show the kunai that I do. Because I do this, I think it's the kunai setup I do often, which is focus, unfocus, and then focused in a line. And it can be really difficult for the player to stay on top of you for those. Trying to poke at them at the top of the screen doesn't bite. I am just running through wides whenever I can. Try to run for those diamonds. Mess up the spacing a little. Get this. This is something I do a lot. I just will stand on someone and make my kunais do the work for me. And it just works. Did I move too far back? Or too far? Not back enough. If I can move back enough. Oops. Yeah, there it is. Sorry. But yeah. Make my kunais do the work. I just stand on them. Might even obfuscate how the kunais are being shot at the player. I'm not sure. But it just forces them with the mindset of I'm standing here, I have options. They don't know how I'm going to move. If they move out of my dead zone, they have to deal with basic, which makes the micro even harder. It can be coming, or the macro if it was in normal kunai. Going for some melees. Looking for an option, which was why I wasn't shooting. Felt the need to vanish because those diamonds, I could not read them in time. Trying to get something going with those kunais, I couldn't. I know here. Oh, this is crazy. This makes sense that I survived this. I felt very comfortable with these diamond dodges. For some reason. It's pretty insane. I definitely should have moved at some point. I probably should have just moved in here. Oh, it's those whites coming. Where could I moved? Yeah, move forward. Maybe to the right, actually. If I move to the right here and then up, or move like this way. Which I try. It's still kind of blocked, which is kind of good by Ram. Yeah, I definitely should have moved to the right. Ooh. My VLC is bugging out. That was awesome. Why is it doing that? Yeah, I definitely slowed myself a bit too much down with that basic there. I could have... No, I couldn't. Yeah, I just made the mistake by not going right. And then slow myself down with that next basic. Which forced that tough micro, but thankfully I'm able to make it, not use Vanish. Here I feel the need to. Which is a good thing I saved it then. Here is just Minwalls. I feel very comfortable against Sun and Minwalls. I feel like I have the advantage here, so I'm fine to take it. I get a nice trap. Those kunais. How did lose happen? Yeah. Not shooting until I think I can get something going. Oh, I moved too far. Not far, but enough back. Yeah, they just didn't macro that last bait one, and I basically did the right time. Okay. Really trying to get a good timing with kunais and basics. Rem pushed out too far back, and I was able to get a really nice combo for those focus kunais and basic. Bit of a tough dodge there while throwing out a basic. Definitely feeling it during this matchup. Very confident in myself. Another dispel, another tough micro. Could not see the gap in time for that diamond, so I vanish. another just micro on the edge of the basic. And Rem could not stand the pressure for long enough. Oh, yeah, that wide was just on top of me. It's definitely filmed that vanishing time. Bit risky going under that wide, but thankfully there was a gap. I don't think I was sure at the time. A lot of my focus there was dodging that diamond, and then I thought I was safe. Yeah. This diamond here. Should I get through it, and then I think I'm safe? I just need to hold W, and I'm safe. No, I moved down a little bit, focusing on offense. I get caught. Here I'm playing very aggressive, vanishing in for it even. Don't find anything. Have to play a little bit safe, but I saw a moment of weakness. Tried to capitalize on it. Get nothing. Not shooting. Not much until I know it's safe. While I'm in melee. If you shoot at the wrong time, you get hit. There, I feel like I need to use Vanish. Probably could have survived. Oh no, I wided. Yeah, that wide slows me down too much for me to escape safely, which causes the Vanish. So even your wides you have to be careful of in melee. Oh, I get a really nice... That had to be a focus basic. Is it predictive at all? Not really predictive, but just perfectly placed. Didn't find anything with that bait. Melee bait. Trying to find my way through. I do find it. I get a nice micro through the wise, but next pressure I could not. Still definitely too focused on that last one. And thought I could get through the diamonds and I can't. This is good, because I don't think I did this for the rest of the game. So this is the first time I did this, which is really delay the spawning of my kunais. Which might have caught Rem off guard. Not sure like where he would need to go. Goes for an aggressive dispel. Maybe trying to tip for me. I don't get tippered. I really like the focus kunai, focused. I go for that a lot. I go for it again, and it gets the kill. So, just look at that again. How does this end? I will change up my kunais. You have to as Hood, otherwise you will just die or not get much with your hits. And sometimes you might only want to do one, like there. But, let's see. Rem just failed on micro. Oh, he tried to macro my entire basic. My kunai just perfectly covered the edge of the macro. Caused that. That was a really fun game. I don't know what the hell I was on for the first card. This is the last game of Jay, where he is playing Frost because Rem told him to. He got a win before this, and this is me having to adapt to that. Oh yeah, there was lag at the start. I forgot about that. Well, Rim start usually, I kind of want the Frost to try and stun wave because usually I can get free power from that. A lot of the top Frost know not to do that against me though. That's pretty unfortunate. I do still want if basically Rim start power, reading the movement. And because of the power, no roll available, I can get the clock. Just run on top of him because he is confused. Almost gets clipped by the main, but I get a nice melee wide. Just perfectly spaced. Another one on catching him with his slowdown of basic. Trying to pepper some debuffs, don't find any. This clock I don't land. I was thinking about this because I was thinking about this matchup if I was to play against Axum. I was wondering if I should be preemptively moving up to like try and catch these rolls. But I think if I did that, even on this ping, they might still just be able to see me move up beforehand and just roll under me. I'm not too sure. It's tough to land. I had to release it for that basic incoming as well. And I get caught a bit moving a bit too much with my basics, get caught by the wide. Run into my moon because don't want to get just run over. Oh, okay, I dodged those. That was a scary micro. I got him stuck on that wall. So he is forced to kind of pushed out, which makes me get that debuff. He does get a nice roll in. I'm just kind of chasing him while there's no stun wave, trying to find something, and I find a mini. Which is, I'm happy to get anything. I missed that clock because I was not high enough. The hitbox to clock is very fake. Just kind of macroing while I don't have clock. I land that para there. I think Jay wasn't maybe not sure like my clock came back here. How long did I have it for? Yeah, he might have not tracked my debuffs fully, or maybe he was focusing on something else. Or maybe he just thought he moved up early enough. But yeah. Able to get that power, which is very nice for this spot. He gets caught on the basic with it. Hide in moon because I don't want to get wake up stun waved. I'm able to land a confuse. Which I don't know why he does not stun wave here. I'm just dead to a stun wave. I'm not prepared for some reason. Or at least they would have traded and he would only get a couple debuffs. But it's that was unfortunate. Yeah, good rush down from him. I think he wasn't doing that in previous run starts. So it caught me off. The first basic is usually just the scariest when Frost is up close. Able to dodge that. Focus basic 2. Again, a little bit too high up. Clock hitbox is fake as fuck. And I get caught. I think I was too slow because I was widen. Yeah, I'm able to bait him in there with that melee. Just the mind game. Waited for the roll, got the basic. Just timed it well. Using basics to wall him off with my moon. Using them together for just a bigger wall. Lets me move where I want to. Stop him from getting in on me. Like that one there, it forces him to go left. Can't move right. I do land a para on one of his focus basic slowdowns. And nice little confuse on the Paratic. I'm pushing that advantage. Don't find anything. Do find a mini though, again on the wall. Oh, I really struggle with Frostwide. And then that was checkmate. He moved a bit too much up. Going all the way up there just makes him be checkmated. And then, yeah, I kind of maybe should have did something a bit better at the end. With just this clock aggression. Sometimes I do just kind of stand on people and hopefully get a bonk on the wide as moon comes down, but it's not that space really strong. I kind of misaim the basic, but sadly he walks into it on the way out. I think he said he tried to focus and it didn't come out, so he didn't get the slowdown he wanted, that's unfortunate. And we have my set with Keepy. I don't know why I showed the J1 first. I had the ordering wrong, I guess, on my desktop. Because I played J in losers finals, and this is winners finals against Keepy. I went into this tournament like 95% sure Keepy was going to be playing depth into me. Couple of days before the tournament, he played like 3 hours of depth arc into sub, and then the next day, I play a couple of games of his depth, and he like completely changed the start meta, which definitely threw me off for a loop for a bit. I have to kind of having to be forced to adapt to that. But yeah, definitely went in knowing this is happening. This is me already. Whoops, I'm Fuck me. Yeah, this is me already kinda knowing how he's playing it though. This is the second last game in this set, and I've shown this set because this is one I get tilted in. But able to land the start clock. Kinda reading what he was going to option he was going for. Going all the way down there, don't want to get shotgun with him and confused. He sadly bonks on just the edge of death toll. Maybe mini threw him off a little bit with his hitbox. Back throw the shotgun. This is a nice catch. These two basics make it really tough. I should go back a little bit more. But yeah, he shotguns. I basic to his right. He could move up there, but then he has to deal with possible clock, possible just melee wide, melee basic with no shotgun. And then I shoot a basic right at him, kind of to his left, which and above him, so he can't move up. Moon to his left, so he has to just kind of sit there for a clock. He does delay my offense enough to not be able to get all the debuffs, not be able to set up a basic, and I sadly mistime my moon. Doesn't matter too much, because he does shotgun, but it still delays the debuffs, and this is the wide that tilted me from this game. Because I hate that fight, it feels so awful. I stand still, I get hit. It is so tiny and so fast. And from that tilt, I just run into this next wide. Not thinking. I'm pushing in there and I just throw out a clock doing nothing. It's so weak. It's like never going to hit anyone, doesn't even give me space, and then I just trap myself for no reason. Hopefully by now I'm out of the tilt. Do land a para, which is really massive. He's just throwing out these basics so he can hide behind them. Tries to catch me here, I get forced to clock. What could I have done differently? Because this is not good by me. I probably should have just went left here when he spawned that new basic. Be under him so he couldn't get this jelly cut. Or just ran him and be a man. There's also another one. Oh, fake parrot. Trying to be close with Wise. He smartfully stands still. Does mess up that jelly cut, so I do have a little gap. Throwing up basics so he can't shotgun me. Try to catch him and also kinda know I'm trapped, and yeah, I don't know if he just read that I was coming out, maybe he did. Because yeah, it might have been a read or just like an insane reaction. And I even missed the basic, which is pretty funny. But it's probably something he knows that I'm gonna go for 100 times. And he goes for the shotgun and I get the basic. Oh, okay, that didn't catch me. Do get the confused though, he was very stuck in that small space. Just trying to find anything, can't get much. Land a mini. Okay, just macro with basics, I find the shotgun counter. I go under him to try and just make him waste a basic cast, but I end up getting hit by it. Maybe overestimating, I think he had mini still. 4 basics like coming out, almost catch. I'm playing too scared there and I get caught from it. Let's see, so I don't have clock. I should just move with my moon maybe. Yeah, I should have moved more up earlier, I think. So if I move up earlier, then then his basic is more up, and then I can cross underneath and just kind of rush. Could I still rush even? Maybe I could have still rushed kind of bottom. It's kind of hard to tell because he does have Jellicat. You can just dash in. I do have my clock back up, playing a bit closer, trying to get something going. Land a death toll. Have to clock for that though. And I get close again. Gets me in this little trap, but It's not trapped enough. I think I thought about clocking there, but yeah. I hesitate. And then I get trapped. I could just like run forward. I could just keep running forward. I could have maybe even went all the way bottom left because the moon is coming down. I think that was the play. Moving left with my moon. And then I get a bit greedy for that clock. Or rather, I just got a bit too hesitant even. Reacted too late to the impending doom. Definitely had a lot of options there. Maybe could have even just got him to Jellycat faster if I just ran up and deep, went for a debuff. I thought maybe I just thought I had time because he's in Jellycat, so he can't shotgun out of it. But he still can, clearly. And then yeah. Then we get to our last depth game with QP, which is first game in bracket reset. By now, I have completely figured out the round start. Mainly, it was me having to read his, not even read, more like just really focus in on the movement he has taken and not greed it too much, where I will 100% get shotgunned for it. And now QP knows this, that he might be getting clocked, that he might just be getting debuffed, possibly basic punished because of the previous games. And I'm feeling alive right now. I said before this set that I just need to be zen and play like the best player. And then while he was playing depth in the grand finals, I did feel like that, and I was hungry. Yeah, as you can see, he is like going all the way to the left. Does not want to have to even deal with the rum start anymore. And went for the clock. Sadly, the ping means that it's like very rough to just time them if they want to double back towards me. That's what I have to deal with. He did do the speed boost for it. Now here, I'm just playing so much differently. I'm much more active, much more aggressive right now. Making full use of my movement. I don't really mind using clock clear. I have all the space. I control the entire stage with this clock. Even with it like not landing anything. Also forces the Jellycat. And I'm right in the middle. He's moving up. He's going to have to deal with Wise. He has to deal with Moon coming. If he goes down, he has to deal with possible debuffs. Very tough for him. Now, yeah, I should have been shotgunned here. I also should have just ran in earlier. I don't know why I'm being scared here. I'm in shotgun range. I'm holding wide. If I don't run in, I'm dead. Thankfully, QP does not shotgun. He still keeps running forward. And I am able to run in. Maybe he was too afraid of a basic, so he really wanted to get into my dead zone first. And thankfully, I'm able to deal with the wides and still get in his dead zone in time. Yeah, still kind of struggling. Went perfectly in the range for his wide. And we get this gameplay we just had. Able to not get hit by wide, and able to dodge the shotgun and shoot him, which is very nice. Just the same play just happening, and just different outcome. It's from just better movement, better recognition. And there is, I was not doing this in our winner's final set. Where I'm just running through the cat as early as possible. Like, that's not even early as possible, but I was slow down getting this debuff, and I'm running through this cat as early as possible to get through. And I land another debuff. And yes, on Toxic, go for the clock because he is very debuffed and very unfortunate. I just moved out of clock a little bit too much. I am not looking at myself. And I misjudged how far I moved out. Just kind of playing a bit more slowly. Forcing him not to get any good basics. Not letting him move upwards with my basics. Keeping him down with Moon. Get that counter of shotgun. Maybe a bit too early by him. We both miss our shotguns. Went for that Clux. He is like really wanting to get in my dead zone. Could have maybe did better though. He doesn't have shotgun. I could have just run into him on Moon and clocked. Don't know why I'm running away again. It's very dumb to do as Arc. I could just run in on top of him and then clocked. Me waiting for him to get into me is the mistake, and makes me miss this clock. Do land death toll? Walls are close. It's pretty good. And yeah, he can't move up because of this death toll. It's very tough. There's a gap, but it's very tough with the wides. And yeah, I just get trapped there. Could I have avoided this? I do have clock, but how else could I have avoided it? I think I was too safe with the death toll. I could have maybe baited left and then went right. I'm not sure though. Maybe if I wasn't widen, I just went down. No gap there yet. Maybe I should have just clocked, but there might have been a possibility if I wasn't widen. That wide stops me from getting this clock. It's not able to move up. Missed the basic. I don't know why it's so hard for me. Thankfully, the Toxic's got my back. And we just get the strum start. That's him like trying to play it a bit more instead of just giving it up completely. But as you see, he gets out of my way. There's a basic separating us. So if he stays, he gets hit by the basic. And I don't stay because I don't want to get hit by shotgun. But he is still in this corner, and I catch him on the Jellycat cast. But for some reason, it takes so long to activate. Not shooting here anywhere there, just keeping my attack clock open. Want to shoot when I want to shoot. No point mooning as well. So you'll just run past it for free. Still, we're just both kind of prodding each other, trying to find something. I don't think I needed the clock for defensive reasons. But I definitely wanted the space. I was definitely feeling... I was starting to get too caught up. I definitely could have just moved, but I just wanted the space. Don't find anything with that basic. The walls are closing in. I don't have clock. It is very scary. And yeah, I should just run into him here. But I don't, so I get hit. I think I was just expecting my basic to hit him, and it didn't. So that's unfortunate. Again, another dumb melee. He does a basic, and I go for a clock, so I get the nice clock going. Last 2 hearts for him. I was also doing a lot better on my post-clock pressure. In this set compared to last set, I wasn't getting anything last set. And this time I was doing much better. I get 2 hits for it. Or at least I get that 1 extra hit. I wouldn't have got that last set. I would have only got the initial one. There I just messed up the space and I thought I could squeeze all the way past. Getting a bit stuck here. Recognize that, so... Oh, that's good. Sorry. But that was pretty... I would say well played by me. But yeah, I clock there because I'm definitely stuck. Maybe I could escape, but if I hesitate and I'm wrong, I'm just dead. Right, this is good. I see that he's coming into me. He has nothing. I have a free... This is a free debuff, and I land it. And then back off with him wanting to get back into my dead zone. Or maybe possibly shotgun me. I get that win. But now he goes to Storm. And this is, again, the last game. Game 5 of Bracket Reset Grands. I had lost 2 games to a Storm. One of them was from my finger slipping, unfortunately, from my clock. Which made it come out as a debuff instead of a clock on the last heart. The other one, I felt like I was playing too comfortable. Not full. I wouldn't say like not locked in, but definitely playing like too comfy. Not the power hungry winning aspect that I felt against his depth. And there's probably a lot of reasons that go into that. I did a really funny, silly play that just made no sense as well. Maybe it was just because he's on Storm, I'm feeling more comfy because I got past the boss battle of depth. But yeah, quite a lot of reasons. And I stopped playing as the best player. And QP ends up being the best player that day instead. Able to keep his focus and got on top. He goes for a really cheeky melee rum start. He doesn't do this often against me. But I'm not getting caught by that. Not on this ping, definitely. I'm just moving around his clone. Sadly, running to the wide. Was it because I min boosted? I messed up how much speed I have? It might have been. Yeah. I think I was expecting myself to be slower, but I wasn't because of the moon. I could have just ran through that clone. And I don't, so I'm in a pretty bad spot. And here I've lost so much confidence in myself. And now I'm just plain scared after these 2 losses. Typically, I would just, because like I see this gap form, and I just don't run through it. I'm too scared. Like I'm just kind of staring at it, and then I mess up my movement anyway. I'm like too scared, lose all confidence, and I get another checkmate. I think I could have maybe still escaped. Could I have escaped? New clone is coming in. If I went up, yeah, I just went the wrong way. If I went up, I was safe. The moon comes down, so he can't cover up as well. With also the basics. And his clone can't be there. Or I could just even possibly run through his clone. Get a nice redirection on that. I run into another wide. And why do I run into this wide? I need to see this. Movement change from speed change from the wide to the basic. But yeah, I was definitely not playing a bit too scared. Do land a confuse, which is really nice. And even 2 more deals. I'm surprised keep you let me get those. I need to see this. Yeah, this is something I do often as well, where I will moon, and because people need to move down usually to avoid moon, I will throw a debuff right underneath it that spawn. But somehow still lands with him even moving left, which is kind of surprising. He was just really too greedy for his confused basic. And I get the slow, and maybe because of the slow, I get the toxic, which he thought he'd be able to get out of, but without the slow. I could have just clocked there, but I'm like, I am too scared to like use my resource, I think. Take the gamble that I might clock, but I really should have. There, I'm just playing well with the basics. Using moons when I feel like I'll get value from them. Use the charge basic there, so which slows them down. Again there. Then I go for the clock there. I don't find anything. Go for the basic when he slows down. Thankfully get that micro. Yeah, just trying to catch him. Oh, that's so... Why? Why? Yeah, try and catch him when he's slow. Just too scared. I mean, I could have went... I just didn't do anything. I just need to take the risk going this way or this way, and I just didn't take either. Or even just bolting up top left, but I didn't do anything. Just thought I could get a punish on his basic with a basic, and yeah, I just die for it. Just redirecting his clone's basic rum start. Using my basics in Moon to prevent his walling. Now I'm between him and his clone, he has to do something. And he tries to go around me counterclockwise and gets hit for it. But you have to take those risks in games at this top level. Or at least like difficult plays. You need to take difficult plays. They're just both of us kind of just poking each other, trying to find something. He gets a good clone placement. I get a death toll. Neither of us have DSs down. Try to cover that spot. There's enough space. Find a gap. I don't find the basic punish though. But I do get the moon afterwards. But this is just nice awareness by me. The basic's coming in there, so he has to be playing safe. Doesn't fully cover me, thankfully. Yeah. Thankfully able to get the moon. And this is something I haven't, like, I just haven't went for on QP4. Multiple tournaments when I definitely should have, where when I place moon on his right and left side is the wall, he goes all the way up through me. And this time, I did finally clock really much in advance above him, and he does not react in time to dodge it by going back down. But this took way too long for all these tournaments. But thankfully I found it. I was very happy with this. And I mistimed the moon anyway. He's going for he's trying to make something happen with these debuffs. Again, you need to make plays happen when you are down. Like, I have all the momentum now because of this clock. He doesn't even have his clone in a good spot. I'm able to find a wide at the end of it all. Here, I'm still safe, thanks to my moon. Clone not in a good spot. Oh, I think he threw his clone too far, but didn't matter. He gets caught by a melee wide. Just trying to get a cheeky rum start basic. Peppering debuffs above him, making it hard for him to go up. Trying to shoot basic out of clock, but I don't know how it doesn't come out. I'm right on the edge. Doesn't matter though. In the end of things, I don't think it would have changed anything. Trying to get some pressure going. Fail that micro, unfortunately. Not the easiest to make, but not the hardest either. Goes for a really cheeky melee, but I do want to go back a little bit. A little bit further. Yeah. Just throwing these basics, there's a nice gap. Make it hard for him. I could have just run through there. I think I was playing too scared still. Too afraid of just a charge basic, even though I probably could have crossed it. Even if he had a nice prediction aim arrow, I think I could have went up and to the right and dodged it, but a bit too scared. And then messed up the spacing just ever so slightly. And then tried to play very aggressively with my wake up frames, and I able to land a deal thanks to it. Goes for a very greedy confuse. Sadly, like, my hit comes out before the debuff, which is actually a bad thing because I would have got the slow on him. No! This is a really bad habit of mine. I will just hold a direction while I cast the clock almost 95% of the time. It makes me just bonk on stuff. And there it makes me bonk when I was safe with the gap. Which is very unfortunate. And now I'm kind of stuck behind this wall. Could I have done something to not get stuck here? I could have maybe moved instantly to the left, but that's also a bit scary. Yeah, momentum matters so much in this matchup. Trying to move down as much as I can, but they're forced to move it down, and he comes in too late. Why does he take too long? Is it because of my basics? Yeah, he shoots there, which I think is mostly just for his clone. And he's waiting for my mint to pass, and I think he's too afraid of the debuffs. He really hates getting debuffed. I get a lot of funnel thanks to them. And then yeah, he's really playing it safe macro on these basics, which makes him take too long. He's going all the way around. Also avoiding that debuff, which also like disincentivizes him to micro. He goes all the way around. He still could have maybe got me, but he got the spacing wrong, or maybe too afraid of this basic, which, to be fair, understandable. He does flash step it. I'm able to get out because of that. Oh, why did I clock? What's wrong with me? Why am I playing like this? Just clock. Or like even like clocking this late, I can still escape to the right. It's very, very. That is massive. I was going to be forced to clock there if he did not get hit. There, I wanted to go down. If it wasn't last game, I probably just would have went down there, went for the play, because you have to make plays. I read the clone placement here, so I can just run through. I also get it shooting to the right, so I have more space. Just macroing everything he's doing right now. And then here I make the mistake of not doing that a second time. Not being aware of the clone. I could have ran through it. I could have ran through this earlier, but I hold wide. And then I mess up the micro again, which gets Keepy the win. But yeah, GG's to him. Very tough games. Definitely tough to keep up the focus, keep up the pure mental that is needed to win these. So very well played to Keepy. I'm glad it was at least a close set. It was a fun game. I definitely felt worse about the winner final set. That loss felt worse to me. Because even though it was 2-3, he played warm, so it was like 1-3 against his depth. It felt like I got 0 freed. Because the first game it was definitely him just warming up to micro. And then it felt like I got 3-0'd. But this game felt like a really nice game, a really nice set. And yeah, that is it.